this is the bottom. You kind of fold it right there and on top, and you line them up on top of each other. See, you find these little dots, and you find them on the other side. Line them up like that, you know, see? So you get them, and then pin them this way, okay, into the garment. And you start by doing the top and the bottom. See, that's why we have that little horizontal line, so you know where to stop. Okay? Then you can do maybe 2 more. You don't need a whole bunch. You need to have fine pins, by the way, for everything. Don't buy these daggers that have those little knobs on them. They're kind of fun, but they're not for real sewing. They're for interior decorating. It's heavier. I have them at home because I do a lot of that stuff, but if you want to move, this is nasty, I know, but it works. You can move the, you know, you kind of find little tricks over the years to move this thing. But they have to match. Now you have to remember, when you trace it, you have to use it. You cannot just do anything and then it doesn't line up. Because every measurement is taken, when you do a pattern, every measurement counts. You cannot make a pattern and then you make your own rules trying to sew it together. It's accounted for. So you play around until these things line up. Now, if you have fine needles, pins, you can sew over them carefully. If you go too fast, you're going to break the needles, you know, the sewing needle. It's not recommended because when you sew over pins too often, it damages the needle. The needle gets real, you break the tip of the needles. So, but in the beginning, sometimes you sort of have to, you know, what you do is you turn the machine on and use your hand wheel. Now, a dart is sewn, I'm going to make a handout for you guys because you see, a dart is sewn from the top with a back stitch, and then when you have to come down, you have to come down really sharp to the end and then relieve tails every time. What you don't want to do is, you know, back stitch, come down, and then stop somewhere in the middle here. You're getting too close to the end and you get scared and you say, oh, I'm going to stop right here. So then you have this little area right there. That will make a tuck. When you open it up, it won't be flat. You're going to have like a little pleat there. You have to come to a perfect corner. So this is how you do it. When you sew darts, you always sew, never say never, but basically you come in, and this time you don't need the throat plate. You're going to follow your tracing. So you center the needle over the tracing, and you come in a little bit, do a couple back stitches, and now just give it a little, you know, just, you can slow down, and you can go over your pin real slow, or when you get close enough, you pull it out. So when you get close enough, you can just pull it out. But basically, when you do small areas like this, you use your hand wheel a lot, because the foot by itself, it creates too much speed, and you're going to be all over the place. So you want to use your hand wheel. And see, when you follow that, you look at your needle coming right into that tracing, and you just keep going until you run out of real estate. And then bring it all the way up. You should.
And you
See?
don't back that one?
No. You don't want to backstitch the bottom because it creates bulk. Especially when you work with, if you work with a wool or something.